I want to answer a couple questions. Number one, did we catch the people that vandalized my boat? No, not yet. Number two, is the boat fixed? No, the boat is not fixed. Here's the deal. My boat, the Desperado, obviously got vandalized, and then I got it towed over to Pasadena, and then got it hauled up at Gibson Island because there was really no other place to get it hauled up. Sort of a waste of money, just a giant headache, because now I need to get it back to the marina. The problem is there's no place to put it at the marina. All the slips are filled up, and it's rough because it's blowing like 15 out of the south. They put the boat back in the water, but now I have to get it out of there. So we have a boat that doesn't run, that's been vandalized, in the water, that needs to get out of there today. And we have no help, we have no place to put the boat, and we don't really have any boats that are good to move it. This is a problem that needs solved, and I'm not looking forward to this. Liable to be just a massive pain in the butt. I already went crabbing today. Very hot. The heat index is 104 today. This is not exactly what I want to be doing, but it is what it is. Why I didn't just wait till next week to get this done, I have no idea. Actually, I know what happened. I made arrangements to have the boat put in the water, and then the other plans fell through, and the boat still went in the water. So, which was per my request. It's not like they didn't do what I wanted them to. They did. Last minute, my plans changed, and now I don't have any place to put the boat. Bit of a predicament. I'm not really sure what to do. I think the option may be to hotwire it, try to run it home. A buddy of mine come out and check out all the fuel and oil and everything, and it does not look like it's been tampered with. It's a bit of a roll of the dice at this point. I don't really even care. Motor needs work too now, so I'm not even sure if it's got. That's the solenoid that you would jump. Need to try a little something else on there. Really, the safest option here is to take the Webo and haul it around with the Webo. But the Webo, I've not used it really all year, so I'm not really sure what kind of shape she's in. She should be able to start. Oh gosh, the raccoons have made a freaking mess of this place. I hate raccoons. All right, let's see if she'll start. Check fluids here. All right, oil check. This thing really is awesome. It doesn't leak really anything. Please, she gonna let me down? Holy crap, it actually started. That's amazing. So as much as you guys can already tell by watching some of my videos, I am like always on the move. And people always ask like, how do you have time to do all the things you do? I don't really. I'm trying to keep myself alive and functioning properly, mentally and physically. It does tend to be one of the things that for whatever reason kind of falls to the bottom of the list. So that is why today's video sponsor is Huel. It's not necessarily getting actual food all the time. It's getting food or something that's going to provide usable nutrients, because I'm burning a lot of calories running around doing like everything 5 times a day. Huel is awesome because it's about $1.50 a scoop, so it's super cost effective. It's also like super easy to put in my routine. I know that like in the morning, you make this, take it to work with you, drink it throughout the day, and it's a perfect supplement for all the things that you don't really want to do anyway, like take a bunch of vitamins. Because I've been down that road. You know what I have now? A cabinet full of vitamins that I always forget to take. And look at this. I even brought some on the boat with me today to show you just how easy it is. You can literally do it at the helm of your workboat, towing home another workboat that you just bought that may or may not be a good idea. Probably not. Open this up. You got a little scooper with all this green powder in here. All right? Put it in here. It even looks good for you because it's green. And you can get everybody off your back about some kind of like New Year's resolution to eat more salads, because look at that. It's basically a salad. It's green. And it tastes like it's going to keep you alive. It's actually really good. This one's my favorite. The Daily Greens. Kind of tastes like you're going to live longer, really. Very good for you. It's much easier than a salad, much more portable than a salad, definitely tastes better than a salad, but all the brownie points of a salad without even having to eat one. In all seriousness though, I will say that I did make some changes to my health and diet, and it really does make a big difference. You got a job like mine, a physically hard job, but you also have to be constantly making decisions. It really is nice to like take care of yourself. Makes that a lot easier. I never believed it. I'm a hard-headed son of a gun. I was humbled. It does make a difference, and this is just like one of those little ways that you can start to kind of kickstart that for yourself. It's going to make a difference over time. Save you some money, and hey, give you something else to drink. Think about it like mixing your own two-stroke gas. This is two-stroke for yourself. You're gonna run faster, better, stronger. So if you want to start taking your health seriously and supercharge it, that is code McFadden at checkout for 15% off. Plus, you can get your shaker and a t-shirt. It's like a $35 value. Get a little something else with it, you know what I mean? See you there. Well, folks, this looks like it just turned into a Webo adventure. First, we gotta move some boats around here on the pier and put some fuel in the Webo. I guess we're on our way. That saves me from having to risk it and hot wire the new boat, although I thought that would be kind of more fun. Definitely a safer option until I can have the fuel scrubbed. Problem is, I put like 85 gallons of diesel in the new boat the day before I bought it so I could run it home, and then somebody tore it all up. So I'd rather not risk it if I can help it, although at this point I don't even care. I just want the freaking stupid thing home. It would be a total loop to create a lot more work for myself in this way. But at least we get to stretch this girl's legs. All right, we're gonna give it a go. We got Nate, AJ's in here somewhere. Ready to go? We're gonna wing it a little bit here. I think we got enough stuff. We got some line. We got, that's about all we got. We got the window open here. Nice little breeze. Always reminded how bad this boat is at turning every time we gotta run it. Not the most maneuverable thing. Oh yeah. Well, it is brutally hot. We're all sweating. We all went grabbing this morning too. About as fast as we can go. 9 miles an hour. We also don't have a lot of fuel. I thought the boat had more fuel in it. Turns out it had no fuel in it. We have 20 gallons on board. Only 20 gallons is gonna get us there and back. I'm tempted to go get some more fuel. Well, the goal is to get to the fuel pier without taking out the fuel pier, because we're driving a wrecking ball at this point. Oh my lord, that's not good. That thing's real sticky. All right, we got some fuel. Now we can run her to the pin, meaning we can turn like 1,500 RPMs and do like 10 knots. Didn't want to put too much fuel in her because we're still trying to sell this boat. If you're interested, let me know. I'll trade you for almost anything, but I'm glad I have it now, I guess. Kind of my last resort. The problem now is that something smells like it's on fire. And there's smoke, but I don't see any fire. It's a little smoky. Oh no. I guess it's fine. If you want to know if it's going to be rough or not, you imagine the map and then your compass rose north, east, southwest. Wherever the wind direction is coming, if you can get behind, I guess they call that the leeward side of land, then the wind shouldn't give you much trouble. The reason that it's really rough right now is because it's blowing south. There's nothing to stop the wind. The only thing to stop the wind is the Bay Bridge. So if we were working on Sandy Point and we were right above the bridge, it wouldn't be near as rough because the bridge itself is stopping the wind. But then on the other side, you give it some room to pick back up, and the wind is increasing speed as it gets to us. Well, I did find the source of the smoking, and it's the alternator belt. I had it charging both batteries at the same time, but I think it's putting too much strain on it, so we're gonna cool it down a little bit because I don't have another belt, and it's getting hot. Don't try this at home. It's unfortunate, but you can see a lot of really bad water. It's that time of year, though. In the Chesapeake Bay here, we get red tides really badly. They get them in Florida as well, caused by a lot of things. A giant reason we get red tides is because of the wastewater treatment plants and things like that piling into a dam and runoff. Basically, there's a lot of people that live in this water pit. You got a lot of people that are using fertilizer and all that kind of stuff. Plus, the wastewater treatment plant is dumping millions, literally hundreds of millions of gallons of like partially treated water, wastewater, and it doesn't mean sewage necessarily. It just means that the water is very nutrient rich. So it's basically high in nitrogen. The algae does the same thing that grass would do, where it soaks up all that nutrients and it grows rapidly
decomposition of the algae sucks all the oxygen out of the water. And the crabs and the fish and everything can't live. So unfortunately, right now, that's a lot of what we're dealing with. We're trying to see the difference in the water. Now, this water is really brown, almost red wine, kind of birch beer flavor, color. And the other water is a little more green. This is not good for the crabs. It's basically like cutting the habitat for the crabs in half. You can put limits on crabs and do whatever you want, but nothing is going to live in a stagnant water. I think that the main thing for cleaning up the bay is to stop it at the source. Quit dumping wastewater there, fully treat it, things like that. Nothing is going to live in oxygen-dead water, really. So since we have a little bit of time here, I guess I'll give you a little recap of the whole kind of scenario. I'll start at the Webo. Basically, this boat I bought in New Jersey. This was my attempt at buying a bigger boat, but I didn't really have the right money at the time, and there was no real big boats available, but getting a bigger boat is so crucial to where I am in this business right now. I had to basically use what I had. Hold on, I gotta get them to be going the right way. Give me 1 second.
We want to go into the Magothy a little more. You can see that trail? Yeah. Let's kind of follow that trail.
Sorry, wanted to make sure we were going the right way. I bought it in Barnegat Light, New Jersey. I thought it was a deal that I would never lose on because I was getting such a good deal on it. Bought it there, took it from Barnegat Light, New Jersey to Cape May, and then from Cape May through the Cape May Canal, up the Delaware River, through the C&D, and then down the Chesapeake. And I've had this boat for a little over a year now. I got it home and realized that this boat is not the proper boat for what I need to do. Far too large for anything that I really can do in the bay. Way too big to crab. I was gonna modify it down into a boat that really would work well, but it just, the time and materials were so much money that it basically was going to be better to just buy a boat that was a little more what I wanted instead of trying to completely modify this one into something else. I went back on the boat market and I found Desperado. Desperado is a 42 holes unlimited. It is a bad boat. Super awesome boat. A boat that I've been wanting for a long time. I tried to buy a 42 holes unlimited earlier in the year and it didn't work out. Somebody bought it out from under me. So this time I was not going to let anything happen. I made the deal, made it happen. Owned it for about 6 hours, and somebody completely vandalized it. Somebody had busted all the windows out, stolen all the electronics, ripped the wires out of it, cut the hydraulic lines, just destroyed the boat. Rendered the boat pretty much useless, but it's my problem now. I had to get the boat towed over across the bay from Kent Narrows, where I bought it and it got vandalized, to the Magothy, to Gibson Island to have it hauled out. I did that. But then after assessing all the damage, turned out that it was going to be way too much work to do over there. So now I need to get the boat back to my marina where I can start to tear it down and really work on it. And basically I'm going to have to redo the entire boat. We are just trying to get it back to the marina right now. That is goal number one. But it's proving to be a little more difficult than I anticipated. A lot of poor planning on my part once again, per usual. Mechanical failure on all parts. We are now just trying to get it home. So now, instead of running the boat home, we are literally taking the Webo all the way around, which is going to taking about an hour and change because this boat is so ridiculously slow. And then we have to tow it home, which is going to take us forever because we're going to be going super slow, towing another giant boat. It's a bit of an ordeal, but we need to get it home at this point.
Well, there she is. We're here. We got them both side by side. We're gonna come up with a plan here and get her the heck out of here. They're actually the same size. They're both 42s, but that one's just built a little heavier, more like a ship. We'll come up with a plan to tow her home and get after it. We got her. We got our bridle rigged up. We're in tow now. Yeah, AJ was with me for the towing Dora Lynn home, and that's not great. Oh boy. I don't want to say much, but this seems a little more put together. We're also cursed. Yeah, that's true. The benefit of taking Webo is that this boat is very big and heavy, just like the Desperado. So, once we get her moving, we should be able to keep her moving and make decent time. This boat has a lot of torque, swings a big wheel, acting a little funny on the spring. Had to swing her wide. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think my first outing on the Desperado as owner would be towing it with the Webo, but it is what it is.
Good looking boat. I used to trout line right out in front of that duck line when I was a kid. Now I got this mess. And look who it is, Riley. The main culprit. Can't get away from him. Old triple cheese himself. So we already popped the line. We had one of these old blue lines on here, and I gave her the beans a little bit, and she started to pop, pop, pop. She started to pop, so we had to redo our bridle a little bit. Luckily on the way home, we're going to have a little bit of a tailwind, so it's not going to be fighting us quite as bad on the string. We have a little bit of like a makeshift bridle going on with 2 dock lines and then like a winch cable. I hope the winch cable holds up. I hope the dock lines hold up. We'll see. Both these boats are incredibly heavy. Actually a lot heavier than I was thinking they were. I wish we had a little more string on her, but it's not really that big a deal. The thing is, when you don't have enough string on a tow, the boat will do what's called yawing. We'll go back and forth like this, yank the stern around the towing boat. But with a boat like Webo, it's not really yanking the stern. This is actually the perfect boat to tow, or to push or to pull. We're doing 1,200 RPMs, and we're doing 8 miles an hour, which is almost what we were doing without towing the boat, which is crazy. This boat just has a ton of weight and a ton of torque, and once you get it going, it's pretty good. Just kind of taking shifts, keeping an eye on her. Once we get out here into the bay, we should have a little bit of tailwind, and I'll give her a little more throttle, and hopefully we can get home relatively soon. It looks like the wind dropped out a little bit. Even if it didn't, I think the tide changed, and it probably laid it down a little bit, so it looks like from here we're going to be in good shape. Knock on wood. I don't want to have to go on a second expedition. I'm going to try giving her a little more throttle here. Hopefully we don't pop the line. Maybe better. We can turn 1,500 RPM all the way home. We can do so. Hopefully that's something that's not blowing the bridle apart. Alright, we'll try that for a minute. 9 miles an hour, that ain't too bad, really, not for towing a boat with weights as much as this one. I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of cool. Look at that, man. Look at her. Mean machine, boy. There's AJ's dad. Actually, AJ's brother, running his dad's boat. One of the things about both of these boats, the Webo and the Desperado, is they have a lot of what's called windage, which means there's a lot of the hull up out of the water catches all the wind. So we were just going, big gust of wind just blew the Desperado over, and the Webo started going over one way and the Desperado yawed the other. Not ideal, but we got it back under control. That's the advantage of towing with a really heavy boat, is that it's very hard to pull it around. It's still for sale or trade. Trade me a center console or something for my wife. The more I think about this whole situation and the people that vandalized the boat, it kind of made the decision for me to be able to just tear the boat down to nothing and rebuild it into the boat that I really want. And I'm really trying to use the bad situation as a good one to try and highlight how awesome the community really has been and how supportive, especially the waterman community. I think it's going to work out better in the end, actually. And you know what the thing is? I haven't even really felt angry yet about the whole vandalism situation. I will, but every step I've ever taken to get to where I'm at, I've had to fight tooth and nail. Honestly, this kind of just feels like it's par for the course. It'd be way too easy to just write a check and get a boat. You gotta earn it. And every time I feel like maybe I'm in a spot where, oh, we can ease off the gas pedal a little, I get a square kick in the teeth. It reminds me that nothing comes easy. Ain't nothing free. Life ain't fair. If you want it, you're gonna have to fight for it. And this is no different. You're gonna have to earn it. If I want a boat, not as easy as getting a turnkey boat now. You gotta build it. Just how it goes. Everything you gotta earn, you don't take for granted. And you take better care of it too. I don't mind earning it. We didn't come this far to get handouts. As campaign says, nobody cares. Work harder. He ain't wrong in a lot of ways. A lot of people do care, but when it comes to you and your own personal motivation, that's what you got to tell yourself a lot of times. Buckle down, put your head down, get it done. That's what we're fixing to do. Hope you guys like boat content. We are about to build us the baddest crab boat in the Upper Bay. Whether we find these people that vandalized the boat or not, it's incredible to this happens, it's like you just see it in real life. It's just so nuts. There's my old landlord. There's Jim crabbing. Put them crabs back. I'm towing my new boat home, bringing it into the neighborhood. Some may say I'm bringing the property value down. I just say I'm just keeping it affordable for the locals. Keeping the next generation of Pasadena's in Pasadena. Keeping property affordable. You can thank me later. All right, so getting this boat to the pier is gonna be a little bit of a task. We're gonna put AJ on the boat so he can have a line. I'm gonna try to go past the pier this is supposed to be tied to, have him hop off and secure that, and then we'll take care of this boat.
Oh, I don't want to bust the other one.
Yeah, at this point, don't even matter. Sweet. Good luck.
This is all a little hairy.
Because these piers are really tight, and that boat, if it shoots one way or the other, we'll take out a pier with a boat. Not what I'm trying to do. She's here at her home. That's a huge weight off my shoulders. Huge relief. Oh man, huge relief to even just have it here. So glad. Step number one, check. We're good. Long day, but we made her happen. We've calculated that between the Southern Girl, the Webo, and the Desperado, I now own 118 feet of work boat. Instead of just one that works for everything, I have 3 separate ones that don't really work at all. Actually, they're all good. They're all great in their own ways, but hopefully that one and this one can get sold eventually, and then we'll just have that one. But hey, if you don't have 118 feet of work boat, you ain't no crab. So it's Saturday, we're here. We got a load of crabs to move. I got all my family and my extended family here. I'm hoping I got enough crabs. There's a humongous line of people, and we haven't even opened yet, which is amazing to see, but there's a lot of people to get through. Always stresses me out when we have a line, but I know we got a good team here. We'll get through it, and we'll see how it goes. And I can't thank everybody enough for coming out. Pretty wild. That was the absolute craziest, busiest day I've ever had at the crab stand. That was insane. We sold the whole trailer full of crabs. The whole trailer in one day. It was the longest, most consistent sales we've ever had. That was amazing. Sold them all. But I know a lot of people are going to be turning up tomorrow, so I'm going to try to probably go crabbing in the morning and get a few more. Oh, there's more people showing up. That was amazing. I'm just very tired. Never know who's gonna show up to the crab stand. We have all kinds of people from all over the place. You really never know. We got one for out, one for real fishing right here, man.
Dude, glad to be out here.
Yeah,
glad
man.
to meet you. It's been too long. Dude,
I
we both
know.
live in Maryland. There's not that many creators in Maryland.
I know, especially like fishing-based kind of people.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely. Maybe we can do a collab or something
Dude,
sometime
that'd be
later
awesome.
this year. You can teach me how to catch the crabs. Maybe I can show you a thing or two about fishing.
That'd be awesome. I love fishing. I don't get a ton of time, but man, I'd love to go catch
Awesome,
some fish.
hey.
That'd be super sick.
Great to
dude.
meet you.
I really
Appreciate
appreciate you coming out, man.
Of course.
Seriously. Really never know who's gonna stop by. CJ stopped by too. He's actually here this time.
I'm here.
He didn't actually just come to steal things. But yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, maybe CJ will bring a little traffic. How's it going in here?
They're
Crab wrangling?
They're strong.
Yeah, they're
Crazy.
they're biting you.
They're no joke, bro.
Yeah, they look.
So angry.
They don't get any fresher than that.
Probably.
Oh jeez.
You know what they say? If you ain't bleeding, we ain't bleeding.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, those are fresh crabs. These look great. We had a bit of a situation today where we had lots of people here wanting to buy crabs, and we sold all the crabs very quickly this morning. Had a buddy of mine, crabs locally, got some crabs in from him, just in the nick of time, I guess. Not really. Kind of late, but it is what it is. We got them, and we're selling them. So.
Rusty crabs here at the crab stand. Look at this thing. Don't get no better than that right there. Come up and get you some before it starts pouring down rain and I leave.
And that crab gets your arm.
And that crab's getting ready to bite me.
We got seasoning. We got CJ and Josh both wearing the OG shirt. The funny thing is I drew this whole design myself and then took this to a local shop and had them scan it into a thing and print it on these shirts. And the front, here's the really funny thing, and I don't feel bad saying this now. When I was making my logo, I drew that on a napkin. I was drinking beer at Pick and Tio, drew that on a bar napkin, and totally ripped that off of Dark Seas years and years ago. Like, that's basically their logo. And now,
I work with dark seas. See the resemblance? I don't think they'll mind now at this point. We'll see.
It's all good.
Yeah, I think they're all right. We've sold enough shirts. I don't think they're gonna mind. But kind of funny. You're wrapped up. CJ's over there trying to talk Don into going crabbing with him, probably working for free. Try and get some free help over there. Good weekend though. We sold every crab a couple times over. It's awesome, and I appreciate everybody's patience this weekend as well. Super sick. We killed it. Team killed it. I didn't really kill it. I just showed up. But upward and onwards. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Desperado shirt, you find that here. Super sick shirt. Super pumped about what we got in the future, man. Check out Cam's channel. Cam, what's your channel? Plug it.
Cam the Man Inc.
That's right, on YouTube. Oh, we got another person. You wanna eat some crabs tonight?
Oh yeah.
This is actually kind of our only time to eat some crabs.
And they look like really, really good crabs.
They are.
They're always really good crabs, but
We had like
fresh.
Yeah, we had like a weird, uneven amount of them left over. So we'll eat a couple of the nice ones and then we'll send the rest to Jimmy's to get shipped.
We'll eat them with some of the new seasoning.
That's right. What'd you think?
It was a wonderful day.
Good experience?
Beautiful experience. Come out, 70-something, 30-something, Furnace Branch Road, Glenburnie, Maryland, Hun. Get you some crabs, some soft crabs. You might even see some old red hats up here again. I heard he sold out. He did have to sign a few, but you know what I mean?
We moved them.
I just want to say I'm proud of this young man that I've raised into a little bit older young man. You know what I mean? All this work he did, it's awesome. Come out and check it out. Get yourself a Desperado t-shirt on something with the computer and the little thing you got to click on or whatever. Get a t-shirt. Help us out. Well, help him out. I ain't getting nothing.
I'll give you a boat ride. How's that? I'll give you a boat ride when I figure it out. I'll fix her up. If you don't go to Costco after the crab stand, you ain't no crab.
No crab.
This is a fascinating place to me. This is what being married's like.
So I can spend all your hard-earned money.
Yep. That's why I want to bring you to Costco. See this stuff? This, you don't want to eat this. This is from Venezuela. This is not good. It's not local. Don't eat
Well, it's
it.
not even local, is it? It's not even American.
Exactly the point. Don't eat it. I'll show you what you can buy. This stuff right here. This is good stuff. You see how it's got yellow mustard? You see how it has a much shorter shelf life? And it's in like a thing. It looks like somebody hand packed it. It's because they did. They picked it and packed it in Maryland, probably. Yep. Wild caught product of the USA. That's what you're looking for. Pay the extra money. Pay the extra money so that we can shop at Costco. Oh, this is a refrigerator for $300. That's a good deal.
Put soft crabs in there.
I know, that would be a good soft crab fridge.
At some point, we probably should get a nice chest freezer.
The other one's full of critters.
I'm pretty sure there's like a full duck in there with feathers and everything.
I got a canvasback, a bufflehead, a real nice bufflehead, and a bluebill. I'm gonna get them mounted. Actually, I want to mount it myself, but I don't have any time to do any of that. What is that?
It's an LED ceiling fan.
Yeah, but like, who has that?
Costco.
But like, in their house, why? That's so, I would be embarrassed to have that in my house. They got a lot of weird stuff. You buy furniture. I want a rocking chair bad. Here it is.
That's exactly what you were looking for.
Yep.
You look great.
This was worth it. Busted my
The only
butt.
question I have is, can we fit this?
Oh no, our car is literally full of seasoning.
can.
Got a rug, some plantain chips, a rocking chair, and we got Ember some treats.
Success.
Our problem here is that we have to fit this in here, but this is completely full of seasoning because I got a little overwhelmed with all the stuff happening, and not gonna lie, I forgot to kind of launch my own seasoning. So we have it. It's gonna be in better packaging than this eventually, but the packaging was holding us up. So we just had to slap these stickers basically to sell it. By the time you see this, it should be available online. Put the link in the description. Please buy it so we can take it out of Lindsay's car, because I didn't realize how much I was buying, and I bought it, and then we didn't have any place to put it. So now it's all in the back of Lindsay's car. So help us make space. Buy some seasoning, please, or come to the crab stand. We have it there. We got two kinds: crab seasoning and seafood seasoning. One of the last pieces. We're about to attempt to get the Desperado on land today. We may need to trim a little piling just to make it fit, you know, but that's no big deal. We got Ferd and Brandon from Germer House Marine back here again to attempt, once again, a crazy harebrained idea, which is to get this big boat up this little ramp and blocked over there. It's a big boat, and I guess we'll see if it fits. Scrambling to get everything moved now to make a space for it, because everything
around here happens very last minute because we're all doing a million different things.
He's a brute.
Take the stones in the pier if you can. No more?
Holy cow. Oh my God. Oh.
I knew he went too far with the skirt.
Oh my God. That is a big boat out of water. Holy cow.
This is taking a little more room than any of us anticipated, so I may owe John a couple more dollars for a boat slip.
Scary big.
This big. Must be a French boat.
Owning a boat this big makes you feel like a French pole vaulter, doesn't it?
Right, you ain't good. There's gonna be like 10 people to get that joke. It's a good one. If you get it, it's worth it. I think I've chosen the hottest day.
Which is the muggiest day anyway. It might not be the hottest, but the humidity is out of freaking control. I think we ought to get another stand under it, so I slide that one under there. Where's Luke when you need him?
They're the best. Brandon and Ferd, Germer House, they're the best. Germer House Marine. They don't have a website or a Facebook page or anything. If you want them, look them up in the yellow pages. They're your people. If you say it's impossible, they'll make it happen. That is a massive boat. That is way bigger than any of us anticipated it would be out of water. Holy crap. Oh my goodness. I know I had it out of the water over at the yacht yard, but it was next to a bunch of really big yachts in a really big yard. And now that it's next to a bunch of really little boats in a really little yard, it's massive. We are celebrating by turning on the air conditioning for a couple minutes because, oh my gosh, today's got to be one of the most miserably hot, like just some muggy days. Tell you what, this is not usual Maryland weather. Well, John was actually telling me that he read, we usually have about 9 days a year that are like over 90 or 95 degrees or something. And this year we're like 40 days or something that we've had over 90, which is gross. Instantaneously perspirate. Oh yes. Oh, it's glorious. I'm super pumped to finally have the Desperado out of the water, and we got it done in like record time today. It was literally like the guy called me and was like, hey, I'm on my way to pick it up. I was like, oh great, we haven't cleared a spot or anything for that. So came down, we got it basically out of the water. It blocked and everything within like an hour of them saying they were coming down here. I want to answer a couple questions. Number one, did we catch the people that vandalized my boat? No, we did not. Not yet. Number two, is the boat fixed? No, the boat is not fixed. And it probably won't be, not for a few more months at least. The reason is because I am still out there catching crabs in the morning and then selling crabs in the evening and selling crabs all weekend. And that does not leave me a lot of time to do a full rebuild on a 42-foot boat. This boat is probably gonna have to wait a few months until fall, at least until I can wrap up crab and wrap up selling crabs. We're gonna be working on it as much as we can in between, but a lot of the major rebuild here is gonna happen in the off season, which is between November and April. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get this whole project done over the winter. I can have this boat to crab out of in the spring. No promises, but we're gonna try our hardest. Thing was, this boat when I bought it, yeah, it was workable, but it wasn't in great shape. It did need a little bit of work when I bought it, and I was planning on trying to kind of patch it up and use it for the rest of this year. But now, after it got vandalized with everything else, it pretty much kind of needs a whole rebuild. We could get it running and working in a week, probably less. But it still would need all the work that it needed before. So that would be a couple more weeks worth of work just to be able to really use it. So at this point, I am just gonna take advantage of this situation and the fact that somebody already helped me with the remodel process to completely tear this boat down to nothing and then rebuild it into the boat that I've always wanted. I know that's not gonna be an easy thing, and it's not gonna be a quick thing either. It's gonna take working real hard all winter to hopefully have it done by spring. She is gonna be the baddest crab boat on the Upper Bay. Just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a timeline here as to what to expect with this. In terms of finding the people that vandalized the boat, you guys will know more when I know more. But we're just at the point where we have to wait right now. Please do not give to any GoFundMes. They are all scams, and we are working to try to get rid of them as fast as we can. If you want to have a part in rebuilding this boat, we have the Desperado limited edition t-shirt that is still for sale, and all the proceeds from that shirt specifically are going to go towards rebuilding this boat. You can find the link for that stuff in the description. And I'm excited to share this build with you guys. I hope you guys like boat videos because that's what you're gonna get this winter.